and we're good to go. Okay, we're going to start lying down on our backs. I'm Maeve, this is Vinyasa. You're going to have your knees bent, feet flat, bring your hands to your belly, and just take a few breaths here. You don't necessarily have to belly breathe, and you might, but you don't have to. More than anything, just allowing your breath to flow in and to flow out gently, evenly. And then bring your feet at about hips distance if they're not already there. Mine were a little wider. And then cross your right ankle on your left knee. Just let the knee open. And we're going to take the arms like a cactus to the side. Drop the legs to the right. And pause. Come back up to center. And then right foot down to the ground. Cross your left ankle. Breath in. And then knees over to the left. And then back up to center, and both knees into your chest. Good. You're going to make your way to your hands and knees. You can rock up or roll over. Once you get to your hands and knees, right leg extends back, push the ground away, front ribs draw up, beautiful. And then float your right leg up behind you. Take your left arm forward. Take a breath in, and then elbow, knee come together around your back like you're in cat's pose. Inhale, extend, and then exhale, draw in. Inhale, exhale. Two more, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Expand with your inhale. Bring your left hand back down to the ground. Kick your left foot over to the right. Bring your right knee behind your left knee. So you've got like that little whoosh, flare of the legs. And we're going to sit back into Gomukhasana. If Gomukhasana doesn't work, just sit cross-legged. Totally fine. Yep. Good. And then sit tall. And lengthen your spine up. Take a breath in. Bend your right elbow. Bring your hand behind your back. So Gomukhasana arms can be pretty challenging for the majority of people. I'm going to go on a limb and say the majority of the people this is really hard for, the full version. But if it's there for you, you can bring your left hand behind your back. You don't have to take your hands together. You can also bring your hand up the back without taking your hands together. But if your hands easily come together, get the fingers together and then pull them away from each other. If you have a strap or a towel, you can use your own shirt and do the same thing. But there's no bonus for getting your hands together. Maybe come a little forward. Rise up, reach both arms up, and then shift forward. Come back to hands and knees. Take a few rounds of cow and cat. And then neutral spine. Left leg extends back, right arm overhead. Lift that left leg back behind you. Breath in, exhale, round the back, draw the elbow, knee together. Inhale, extend, and exhale, contract. Inhale, and exhale. I'm just kicking furniture per the usual. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Open back up, inhale. Bring your right hand back down to the ground. Kick your right foot, so that's the bottom knee. Just kind of take the right foot over to the left, bring your left knee behind, and then sit back. Gomukhasana legs. Find a workaround if it doesn't work. You know that, right? And then left arm up. Bend the elbow. Maybe the right hand comes behind the back. Maybe the hand comes up the back. Maybe the hands come together. Lift the heart and perhaps hinge forward a little bit. So I'm imagining I can get my elbows further away from each other with the bind. If you don't have the bind, maybe you're just stretching the fingers toward each other. Rise up, inhale, reach the arms up. Woo. And then come forward, downward facing dog, however you want to get there. Palm the ground. Feel your feet connect down. So you might never get your heels down and it's okay. But feel the connection of whatever's in the ground pressing down. Inhale, glide forward to plank. And then draw your right knee to your right tricep. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. I'm gonna have my toes a little on an angle. That means my knee is gonna be a little on an angle. Blocks are wonderful here. If you want, bring them inside and you can come onto your forearms on the blocks, on the floor, or you can keep your arms straight. So working whatever feels good here. Back leg really straight and powerful. You can give yourself as much space as you need with this front foot. If you feel really good with your foot in close, go there. Yes, really nice. One more inhale, and then gently left knee down to the ground. I'm gonna keep the same angle with my leg, my front leg, that is. Straighten the front leg, shift your hips back. If this little bit of abduction of the leg out doesn't feel good on your body, bring it back in neutral. Ardha Hanumanasana. Dig that right heel down. Hug the left hip back. Good, and then left hand roots down. Stay on this left knee. Turn open. So with your left toes pointing to the back of the mat, if they're there, this becomes a balance pose because you've got this like weird no kickstand kind of position. And if it's okay, pick up that right leg and then right arm stacks on top. I like hand a little forward of the shoulder. I'm not gonna lie, I was just using the furniture to cheat. I was pushing my foot into the furniture. I'm not gonna lie, my cabinet was helping me. You gotta use the props that you get. I'm off the cabinet now, I swear. Take another inhale. Bring your right hand down, tuck your left toes, three-legged dog. If it feels good, bend your knee and open up your hips. Drop heavy into that left heel, and then lift the front rib cage up. Good. Maybe, slide your left hand back a little bit and put your left forearm down on the ground. Good. Inhale, lift back up, and then place your right foot, same foot, forward. Crescent pose, rise up. Breath in. Release your hands down. Plank inhale. Exhale to your belly. Sweep the hands back. Reach the toes back. Open up the chest. Shalabhasana. And then hands under the shoulders. Tuck your toes. Use your knees if you need to. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull the belly up away from the ground, press up to plank, and then downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. Inhale, glide forward, plank. Left knee to left tricep. Place your left foot outside of the left hand. Right leg nice and strong. You can stay straight arms if you want. You can use blocks. If you don't need the blocks, you're welcome to lower down as much as you feel comfortable here. I've got my left foot pretty wide and my knee and my toe turned a little open. You're gonna find what you need, please. Press your feet down, draw them toward each other. So there's this scissoring action in the legs. Yeah, beautiful. Right glute engages, glutes engage. One more inhale. Right knee gently down. Straighten your left leg. Shift back. If you need to adjust the position of your leg or your foot, go for it. Dig that left heel down into the ground. Find length in your spine, whatever that looks like. For some reason today I feel like I want to go forward, but most days I'm here. Find what feels good. And then gently hug this right hip back and kind of pin it in toward the middle line of your body. One more inhale. Good. Soften that front knee. You're going to keep your right knee down. Right hand comes down. And take it a little forward of that shoulder. And then push down into this right foot. If it's okay, the left leg lifts up and maybe the left arm comes up. If you need to turn your right foot on an angle to give you a little bit more of a platform, do whatever you need to do. It's perfect. Yeah, so good. So good. Beautiful. One more breath in. Left hand comes down. Tuck your right toes, three-legged dog. If it feels good, open up the hips and bend the left knee. And then notice if you're really fully collapsing here, try to lift the right rib cage, lift the right shoulder a little bit. And then if you'd like, slide your right hand back a little and come down onto the forearm. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Crescent pose. Draw the feet toward each other to rise, 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 rise. Take a breath in. Release your hands down. Plank inhale. Exhale either to the floor or halfway for chaturanga. Inhale. Up dog, cobra, shalabhasana, any back bend. And then downward facing dog. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway with your inhale. And then fold with your exhale. Rise, inhale. And draw your hands to your heart with your exhale. Pause here. Breathe here. Feel your feet under you. Find your center. Breath and movement as one. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, your back bend. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway, breath in. Fold, breath out. Rise, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, your back bend. Down dog, exhale. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Make your way to down dog. Heels high, inhale. Exhale all your breath, reach the hips back and then feet to hands. Halfway, breath in. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, offer your heart. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open. Down dog, exhale. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway. Fold. Rise. Heart, exhale. Last time, inhale, rise up. Bow forward, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga. Inhale, open. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, heels high. Knees bend, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. So nice. Yes, Tracy. Chair, inhale. Heels lift. Root the heels. Rise up, right knee rises up. So good, Gloria. Beautiful. Cross, ankle to thigh. And then sit. Inhale, rise up. Slide this right thigh on top of the left. Maybe wrap, but you don't have to. So maybe eagle legs, but maybe you just cross. Like totally fine just crossing. I'm going to go back this way because I'm going to turn toward you. Hands to heart, and then left arm outside your right thigh, and just a gentle twist to the right. Yeah, so good. So good. Come back to center. Unravel. Bring your hands toward the ground, or to the ground eventually, but toward the ground. I'm actually going to turn a little on an angle here. Hands come down. Right leg crosses behind the left leg, and put the pinky side of your left foot down on the ground. And then start to work the left leg a little straighter. So pinky side of the right foot down, standing on the left leg, hands helping to support you here. Start to walk your hands toward the right and see if you can shift your weight over to your hands. Bend your left knee as much as you can. Come back to center. Feet come together, chair, inhale. Good, yes, so good, so good. Beautiful, back into chair. And then heels lift, toe stand. So good. So good. Root the right heel, lift the left leg. Cross, maybe wrap. Hands into heart. Sink the hips a little bit, so don't overthink it, but just like chair. Yep, that's perfect. And then right arm outside your left thigh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Good polo. Unravel slowly. Lift the left leg. So hands start to come toward the ground slowly. Start to bend the right knee, take the left leg, cross it behind, and you put the pinky side of the left foot down. And then maybe start to straighten the right leg any amount. It'll be impossible to straighten your leg all the way and keep the pinky side of your foot down, so don't feel like that's the goal. Well, I don't know, you might be able to. I don't get as much out of it when I do that, but you do you. Find what you need. Our bodies are so very different. All of us, what we feel varies. And then you're going to do the opposite. You're going to walk your hands over to the left. You're going to try to bend the right knee. And let some weight come into your hands. You can channel chaturanga a little bit here. And then unravel, come back to center, chair with a breath in, forward fold with your exhale. Halfway inhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Smooth out your breath. Good. Glide forward, right knee, right tricep. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. This time, right hand to the sky. Couple breaths here. Right hand releases down. Blocks are wonderful. Straighten the right leg any amount. See if you can lift those toes up. And then bend the front leg. Left knee down. Rolling open. Maybe this right leg comes up. So good. So good. Yes. Release the leg carefully. Right hand comes around. Three-legged dog. Open up the hips if it feels good. Maybe lower onto that left forearm, just like we did before. And then lift up, step your right foot forward. Good. Left hand comes forward, right hand to your hip, left leg lifts up. Right hand on your right hip, left hand on the ground or on a block. I should have said block, but I left mine back there. Good. Right hand's gonna come back down. Over to the left. You're going to bring the hands as far to the left as you can. You're going to bring your left leg behind the right leg. And you're going to bend your elbows and you're going to start to sink. So you're trying to get your right shoulder inside of your right knee. If you can, right tricep in front of your right shin. Reach out for that left foot with your right hand. Left elbow hugs in. You tip forward like you're in chaturanga. Baby grasshopper. Inhale, standing splits, lifting up. So good, y'all. Left knee to your chest, rise up. Cross your left ankle on your right thigh, and then sit back. So good, so good. Inhale, rise up. Chair. Breath in, hands down. Hands in front of your feet, a good 12 inches, knees to triceps. You don't have to go anywhere. Send your butt to the sky. Tip forward. Maybe the feet come up. Yes. Feet down, take it back. Make your way into downward facing dog. So good. Glide forward, left knee to left tricep. Left foot outside of your left hand. Right thigh strong, right glute engaged. Left hand to the sky, twist open. Scissor the legs toward each other, so feet toward each other. Release the left hand down inside that left foot. Straighten both legs any amount and try to lift the left toes up. Soften the front knee, right knee comes to the ground gently. Rolling open. And then maybe this left leg comes up. And then three-legged dog. Left hand comes around. Tuck the right toes. If it feels good, open up the hips. Lower down onto that right forearm. Come back up. And then step your left foot forward. Right hand. Block or floor, left hand to left hip. Left hand to left hip. So we're not even twisting here. We're just holding this version of Warrior 3. So you got a little support, awareness of the left hip, roll the heart open. And then left hand releases down and we start to walk the hands over to the right. Right leg comes behind the left leg. Maybe float it. And then see if you can bring your hands back a little. Bend the left knee. Think chaturanga in the arms. And then left arm comes in front of the left shin. And maybe find the foot. Baby grasshopper. Yes. And then inhale, standing splits. Right knee into your chest. Rise up. Cross right ankle to left knee, and then sit down. I mean air sit, not on the ground, but you know, send your hips back. Come into chair. Hands to heart. And then sit a little deeper. Left hand, or left arm rather, outside of your right thigh. Good. And then see if you can lift up your heels. You might not be able to, it might not feel good, in which case to stay in chair. But if it's okay, come into toe stand here, twisting. And then kind of hug this right elbow down and in. Lift the heart up a little higher. Forward fold, exhale. Pause. Chair, inhale. Hands into heart. And then second side, right arm outside your left thigh. Consider lifting your heels up, outer ankles pressing in. Beautiful. Beautiful. And lift the spine, kind of feel that left elbow kind of draw down and back. Yes. So good. Forward fold, exhale. Second shot at crow if you want. Bring your hands forward. So give yourself some distance. And I know that feels counter to probably what you want to do, but give yourself some distance. Lift your heels, take your hips up high, and then start to bend your elbows until your knees meet your triceps. Keep your butt up, start to look forward and lift the feet up perhaps. And then once the feet come up, then you can play with your center, maybe starting to straighten the arms and lift the gaze a little bit more. And then we work our way back to downward facing dog, however you want to get there. If you like jumping back, go for it. If it doesn't feel good, put your feet down and then step back. Yes. And then smooth out your breath. Glide forward, plank, inhale. Right knee to right tricep, step your right foot wide outside that foot. Sink and twist. Keep this. Use a block under the left hand if you need to. Straighten the right leg. Maybe lift the toes. Good. And then re-soften. Left knee down. Maybe bring the foot with you. So nice. And then three-legged dog. Open the hip if it feels good. Lower to that left forearm, last time in this little thread. And then lengthen up. Right foot comes forward. And then full warrior three. That same awareness when you had the hand at the hip and the hand on the floor. And then start to sweep this left leg wide. Start to reach the hands to the inside of that right foot. Maybe arriving in baby grasshopper, maybe not. Yep. This time, Ardha Chandrasana out. So you come up, right hand releases down, and open up. Soften the front knee. Lean forward. Stretch your left leg back. Skandasana, back of the mat. So it doesn't have to be super deep. I promise you're going to do everything perfectly. Turn to the back of your mat. Right hand pushes down. Come onto the toes of the right foot. Square off the left foot. We're going to twist open and lead ourselves right into wild thing. So you're at the back of your mat with your right hand. You're going to lower your hips down. You're now facing back to the front of your mat. I told you you'd be perfect. Gorgeous. Keep this leg straight. Hug your left shin or knee with your right arm. Left arm comes behind to lift up. Come back around, pick up your left leg. Half, or Ardha, half Gomukhasana. So taking this left knee, stacking on top of the right. If this doesn't work, Janu Sirsasana is wonderful. If it's okay, maybe come forward a little bit. Be aware of the bottom knee. You don't want to put too much pressure there. Good. And then rise up. Turn toward the right. And then just bring this right foot in closer. You're going to turn to the right. You're going to try to put your left elbow into the arch of your left foot. It might not happen, but just see if it does. And then we have a whole lot of nonsense coming your way. I just want you to know that. We're going into a pose that's challenging, but we're also going into a way that I don't typically go into it. So just be patient with yourself, and you know all your workarounds. You just find your way through. Good. You're gonna release that. Use your hands to kind of lift up. So bring the right foot in a little closer, lift up, walk yourself forward. Come into a toe stand on this right foot. And then bring your left arm around, so kind of where we just were. So your left tricep starts to make contact with the arch of your left foot. Yep. And again, this might not work. You just find a twist or you find something else that works instead. And then if you want, we're finding Grasshopper, if it's there for you. I'm going to make sure that I'm actually fully in frame. You bring your hands around. Think chaturanga in the arms. So hug the elbows in. They don't have to be in super tight. Just the energy of hugging in. Tip forward. And then maybe the right leg gets light. And then maybe you kick it toward the front of your mat. We're going to come back out the same way you came in. And then unravel. And then just take yourself into Prasarita Padottanasana. Really, really good. Good. So, so good. Lengthen your spine up, inhale. Bring your hands around top of the mat. And then make your way to downward facing dog. That can be chaturanga, it could be to the ground, it could just be straight back. And then glide forward to plank. Inhale, left knee to left tricep, and then step your foot forward. Right glutes engage, left arm to the sky. Release the hand back down. Sorry, I lied. Take it back up. Straighten your left leg. Maybe lift the left toes up. It's a little awkward. I know. Soften the knees. Right knee down. Consider bringing this left foot with you. And then left hand releases, tuck the right toes, three-legged dog if it's good. Open the hip and lower the right forearm down. Good. And then left foot top of the mat. or part way up. Doesn't even have to be all the way up. Warrior 3, rising up. I'm going to turn a little on an angle here. You're going to start to bend the standing leg and bring this right leg behind. Hands come over to the right. Maybe baby grasshopper. So you have to bend this right elbow like you're in chaturanga. And maybe you find the right foot with your left hand. I know it's a lot of deep knee ankle work. This can be really challenging. Opening up Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Beautiful, beautiful. Softening the front knee, lean forward, stretch your right leg back. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Doesn't have to be deep. Really nice. So just think of this as a twist. Go to the back of your mat, left hand comes around, right hand comes up, and then bring the right leg behind the left leg. Wild thing. And then hips release down. Good. Good, good. Twisting. Good. Release the twist. Take this right leg on top, or Janu Shirshasana. And then maybe come forward. Dig that left heel down to kind of protect the knee a little. Keep the calf engaged, the hamstring engaged. Good. Come back up. Bend the knee. See if you can get your arm, your elbow, something to that right, the right arm, I should say, to the right foot. Pay no mind to like where I am on my mat. I'm just trying to give you a good angle so that you can see. Okay, so it's going to be a little awkward, and you're going to find maybe you'll just stay here. Maybe this is the best place for you to be. Release that. You're going to bring your left foot in a little closer. You're going to lift up, and you start to come forward. You come into a toe stand on that left leg, and you just see if you can get your right arm into that foot. And then maybe you kind of take off. I have no idea if I'm in frame. And then that left leg goes out. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. Come back in. And then Prasarita Padottanasana. Just release it down. So good. So good. If you are a happy headstander, feel free to straddle the legs up here. If you want to move that to a wall, you can. You can stay right where you are. It doesn't have to change. If you want, come to straight arms. Maybe you start to play with just rocking in and out of a handstand. I'm going to be able to do a press handstand when I'm 85. It'll take me that long. You know, there's just some things you feel and some things you don't. I just don't feel it, but I'm going to keep trying. Yes. Really nice. If you're in a headstand, come on down. And let's make our way back to down dog, please. And then right shin comes forward. If you need an alternative to pigeon, go for it. If it feels okay, we're going to walk our hands toward the right so that our right knee sort of is our marker for our heart. Doesn't mean you're going to get it there, but like that might happen, something in that direction. If it doesn't feel like it's beneficial, skip it. And then we're going to use our right foot as our next marker. So you're going to walk your hands toward the left and imagine you could get your heart in the direction of that right foot. And same thing, if it doesn't feel beneficial, skip it. Come back to center. Tuck the back toes. Right leg up and back. And then right foot comes forward yet again. Maybe into full Hanumanasana, maybe half splits. We're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. If you'd like a vinyasa in there, you'll take it. If not, you'll go right to down dog. And then left side pigeon, or whatever your alternative is if you are taking one. So nice. And then we're using our left knee as a marker. If it feels good, come over toward that left knee with your heart. And then walk over toward the left foot. And then back through center. And then three-legged dog. Coming into any version of Hanumanasana. So maybe that left leg comes all the way out and through. Maybe a half version is more on par. And then coming out slowly to down dog with or without chaturanga, vinyasa. And then knees down. Rise up. Ustrasana. Rise up. And child's pose. Come up. We're going to finish seated. If you prefer Shavasana, it's going to be quickie though. But if you want Shavasana, lie down. If you're good, seated, set yourself up so that you're comfortable. There's no right or wrong. Do what's good for you. You can also just stay in child's pose, by the by, if that feels wonderful. Anything that allows you to be soft, a little bit internal, a little bit quiet. Allow your eyes to soften, your breath to soften, your body to soften. Notice how you feel. Your physical body, your mind, your emotional state of being. This practice of yoga is truly a gift to yourself. And I think we get caught up in the idea of the practice as asana, as the postures, and that is a really beautiful expression of yoga because it's a very tangible way for us to tap into ourselves, to tune into ourselves. And if we can't know our body, how can we know the deeper parts of ourselves? So honoring that. But on the bigger, grander scale of what this practice means, that you take the time to be with yourself. At times it might feel uncomfortable to go in a little deeper, to be in that state. But just like the discomfort of a posture, we get used to being there. We get used to a chair pose. We get used to sort of unearthing our deepest self and starting to enjoy that chair pose or deeper self. And if you're not yet seated, gently make your way there. And bring your hands to your heart. I'm grateful for you being here. I'm grateful for sharing these moments with you, truly. Inhale together. Bow your mind to your heart. Rise, inhaling, eyes open gently. Thank you for your practice. You're the best.